everybody, Kayla here. Welcome back, Zyre Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a express yoga workout for twists. So everything in this area is going to be nice and fired up. So twists are supposed to be really good for digestion. I don't recommend doing it after eating, but I do like to do some twisty yoga before I'm planning on eating, especially if I'm planning on eating a big meal. So Thanksgiving, birthday, any kind of big meal kind of planned time, I like to spend a little bit of my time doing some twists. So this will be really great for that, but it's really great for any time, especially if you're maybe just having a little bit of tummy issues, or if you're just trying to get some energy working into all those organs inside the middle of your body. So we'll start seated, rolling the shoulders back, lengthen really tall, pull in through the belly, take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, exhale everything out. And then let's close our eyes, settle into some long, deep inhales and exhales. So trying to start with that action of inhaling to lengthen up, pressing through the sitting bones and reaching through the crown of the head. And when you exhale, try to pull in through your core, really starting to activate before we start getting into those twists. Try to get a little bit longer each time you inhale, pulling up through the pelvic floor as you exhale, really engaging through the core muscles. When you're ready, we're just going to take our hands to our heart center. Take a moment to set your intention. Just like in all the other express classes, our intention is going to be, I am here. Trying to keep your mind on the present moment, in your body, in your breath. Releasing out anything you have floating into your mind from your hectic day. On your next inhale, let's blink the eyes open. We're going to reach the arms up over the head. Lengthen really tall, let your shoulders pull down. As you exhale, let's start by twisting to the right. Arms just are going to release down. Lengthen really tall again as you exhale. See if you can pull your core in a little bit more. Just roll that back shoulder back. So your left hand is relaxed. You're not yanking yourself over. You're really trying to use those core muscles to twist you. On your inhale, come all the way back up to center. Lengthen really tall. Let your shoulders relax. As you exhale over to the left, releasing yourself down. Inhale really long and tall. Exhale, see if you can twist a little further. Really pull in through the belly. On your next inhale, come all the way back up to center. Lengthening up as you exhale, hands down. We're just going to sink down towards our legs. And then walk your hands back. Slowly unwind. Turn yourself to face the right side of your mat. Lowering down onto your back. Take the knees right over the hips. Arms are going to come out to the sides. Take them a little bit wide. Make sure you keep your gaze straight up at the ceiling. We're pulling our belly in. Nice and tight. Use those hands to support you. Try to get your low back onto the ground. And we're just going to start to dip the knees over towards the left, but don't let them come down. So we did this in the core video too. Pull in through your belly and let the legs hover. And then we'll press ourselves back to center. Keep the low back pressing down. Come to the other side. So really starting to get those obliques engaged. Coming back to center. Over to the other side. Notice if you're not pulling up through your pelvic floor, maybe you could even squeeze those feet together, getting that inner core line really fired up. Thighs engaged. We'll take it one more each direction. And then come back to center. Just hug the knees in, rock around a little bit. Noticing any points of tension in your hips or in your low back. And then we're going to bring the feet down onto the ground. Come up, sink back into your hands. We're going to take the feet up off the ground. So you're going to inhale back. As you exhale, just start to bring those knees towards your rib. Inhale back, other side. So we're just coming over with those legs. Squeeze the feet together, getting that inner core line fired up. Thighs are fired up. Last one on each side. And then crossing at your ankles, find your way over to all fours. We'll start to move through cat and cow, so spread your fingertips wide. Press into both legs. Inhale, bring the chest forward. If it feels good, bring your elbows just bending a little bit as you move through this, creating a little bit more space for your body to move. Press into both knees. And find your way back to center, hugging in through the core. We're going to reach that right arm, nope, left arm. Reach the left arm up. Try to keep your hips nice and even. On your exhale, thread under. Keep yourself lifted. We're not bringing the head and shoulder down yet. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, thread through. Inhale up. Exhale through. Inhale up, and this time thread through, bring your head and shoulder down, and you can reach your other arm back or you can reach it forward, whatever feels better for you. Maybe you try to look up at the ceiling if it feels okay for your neck, and pull up through the belly, pull up through the pelvic floor. Press into both legs. Try to send those sitting bones wide. Slowly coming back to center. Taking it to the other side. So inhale, reaching. Exhale, thread through. Inhale it up. Exhale it through. Really pulling in that core. Continuing to press into both legs. Last time, reaching. Exhale, thread through. Head and shoulder can come down. And just like before, you can bring your arm behind you. Or you can reach long. Maybe looking up at the ceiling. Press into both legs, spread those sitting bones wide. When you're ready for it, gently come back to center. We're going to tuck our toes, send the hips up and back, find downward facing dog. Take a moment here, kind of shifting forward and back. Try to spread the sitting bones wide. Try to widen through that upper back. Just waving through the spine. You can pedal your legs one at a time if it feels good. Shift your hips around. And then we're going to bend deeply into the knees. As you take your exhale, we're going to reach the right leg up. Straightening out that left leg. Really get long and tall. As you exhale, right leg's going to come across towards the opposite elbow, finding that twist, and send it all the way back up. Exhale, take it across. Inhale, send it all the way back up. 2 more times. This last time as you come through, we're going to hold. If it feels good, stick that leg out. See if you can keep it hovering. Plant your left foot down. See if you can open up into fallen triangle with that leg lifted. If you can't lift it, just bring it down. And then we'll come back to center all the way up and step the foot up to the hand, finding a high crescent lunge. So bend the back knee, coming up, and then lengthen nice and tall. We're going to bring a twist into this. So bend that back knee a little bit, twisting, and lengthen that back leg out as you come into the twist. Inhale back to center. So your back leg is moving with you. It's bending a little as you move and straightening out as you come into it. Just giving your body that space. Squeeze the glute on that back leg. Last time here. Come back up through center. We're going to press into that front heel. Sink your way down into a kneeling lunge. Hands down behind you if it feels good. Lengthen really tall. Open your chest. Squeeze the glute here. So if you're dipped down really far, maybe come up a little bit so you can press those hips underneath you. Trying to get your shoulders and knee in a line. We'll inhale to lengthen back up. As you exhale, take your hands down. Walk that front foot forward a little bit if you need to. Really sink in. Try to get that right hip to sink. Left glute is squeezing. Lengthening long. If it feels good, take your left hand to the ground. We'll twist towards the right leg. And if you'd like to, you can reach back. Maybe you can grab your foot, taking a quad stretch. Keep squeezing that right knee in. Get really long through the spine and pull in through the belly as you twist. Keep squeezing the glute on your back leg. When you're ready, we'll release. Tuck your back toes. Send your way all the way back to downward facing dog. Just like before, take a second to kind of wave through this. Keeping those knees bent as much as you need to. Holding here. We're going to do the same thing we did before. So bend the knees pretty deep. Take a long, deep inhale. And when you exhale, you're going to straighten that right leg out and lift the left leg high. So lifting it up. Holding here. And then we're going to send the left knee towards the right elbow. So bring it in and across, finding that twist. Keep your shoulders straight down. Lengthen all the way up. Pulling it in, twist. All the way up. Pull it in. Last time reaching up. This time you're going to pull it across, holding. See if you can lengthen that leg out underneath you. Maybe you can hover it. Maybe you can open up. Take that left foot down if you need to. And then we'll close back up, send the leg high. And step your foot forward, finding that crescent lunge. So bend the back knee as you're coming up, and then straighten it out as you lengthen. Slow the breath back down. And then we're going to bring that twist into it. So bend the back knee as you start to twist and lengthen as you get there. Squeezing the glute on that right leg. Bending in, center, bending, twist. So keep moving here, using that back leg to create the space that you need in your pelvis to keep those hips comfortable. Couple more times here. Really pull in through that belly. Try to keep your spine nice and long, not leaning forward. Last time here. Come back up through center, hands onto the hips. Sink that back knee down. Hands can clasp back behind you. So you want to try to get your hips sort of over your knee, maybe just a little bit further forward, but we want to get that quad stretch here. So you're stretching the hips, stretching the quads. So you're pressing the pelvis forward. You're not leaning super deep into the stretch or into the lunge. Open up through the chest. If it feels good, we'll reach the arms up. Walk that front foot forward a little bit. We're going to come deeper into this lunge. So squeeze that back glute and try to send your left hip down. So your hips are staying nice and even. You're not coming over onto that right side. Lengthen through your spine. Take a deep breath. If you like, right hand can come down. As you exhale, pull the belly in. You want to get really long. And just like on the other side, if it feels good, if you can reach, you can grab for that foot. Keep squeezing the glute on your right leg. Left knee is pulling in. On your next exhale, release that foot. Coming back through center, tuck the back toes, send your hips all the way up, finding downward facing. Paddling out, shifting the hips around, maybe waving through the spine. And then we're just gonna sink down onto the knees. Keep the toes tucked under, walk your hands back, sitting on your heels. Just stretching out the soles of the feet. If that's really uncomfortable, you can take the tops of the feet down. Pull the belly in, we'll lengthen up really tall. As you exhale, just twist over to the left. Take your left hand back behind you, your right hand over to your left side, and try to open your chest nice and wide. Inhale back to center, and we'll do the other side. So right hand back behind you, left hand to the right. Lengthen up and widen through those shoulders. Inhale, back up to center, lengthen really tall. As you exhale, hands down to the floor. Take the feet, slam them out. And then we'll cross at the ankles. Turn to the long edge of your mat if it's comfortable for you. Whew. Take your legs straight out in front of you. Lengthening really long and tall. We're going to take this right leg in, cross it over, finding your way into the twist. We're going to lengthen up, reach really tall. If it's more comfortable for you to twist away from this bent leg, go for it. Otherwise, we're going to lengthen up really tall, pull the belly in as you exhale, twisting towards that straight leg. Try to get a little bit taller if you can. On your next exhale, come all the way over to the other side. So if you already twisted towards the open side, just twist towards the closed side, but we're going to come back to that open side. And we're going to try baby grasshopper while we're here. So you're just going to lean into that foot. Go ahead and grab for your left foot if you can reach it. You can grab hold of your ankle. You can put a block under the foot if it's more comfortable. But you're going to grab hold. You're going to lean forward. Press the weight into this right foot. Okay? Press the weight into the left hand and see if you can lift. Holding here. And we'll just press back down. Releasing that leg out. Let this knee drop out. Pull the toes back towards the shin. If this is uncomfortable, your hand can come right underneath the foot. We're going to get really tall and long. Reaching your chest forward. Just coming as far forward as feels good. When it's good for you, gently release. Take that leg straight out in front of you. We'll move to the other side. So you're going to take in your left leg, cross it over if you like to. Lengthen up, same as before. We're going to reach the arms up. You can twist away from the leg if it feels better for you, or you can twist towards it, and we'll just relax the arms down. Roll your shoulders back. Try to get really tall and pull that core in to make yourself twist. Your arms are relaxed. On your next inhale, we'll come all the way up, reaching. As you exhale, come over to the other side. So again, if you twisted away, counter twist towards your leg, and then come over here and we'll try this baby grasshopper. So once you kind of get the idea of what to do or where to put the weight, it becomes a lot easier. But you're gonna see if you can grab for your foot, you can grab for the ankle. Again, you can put it on a block and just have it lifted and then use that to support you. And you'll lean over onto that right hip, press into your left foot, press into your right hand, and see if you can lift yourself up. Holding here. So little baby arm balance. Keep pulling in through your core. When you're ready, release it down. Take that right leg straight out, left leg is right on your thigh. We'll lengthen and reach forward. So you can get your spine a little bit longer, noticing where you're feeling this. And then when you're ready for it, just releasing yourself out. Take that leg down. We're going to turn ourselves back towards the right side of the mat. Gently roll yourself down, rocking around. We'll take the hands on tops of the knees, or maybe you need to just hold the outside of the thighs. We're going to draw some big circles, taking the legs away from each other. Keep your core pulled in tight so that your back's not lifting off the ground. Take the circles in the opposite direction when you're ready. Come back to center. Arms out to the sides. You can have them in a T shape. You can have them in cactus shape. You can bring them down by your sides. If it feels good, take your right leg and cross it over your left, and then you'll let your leg strap over to the left. So if you don't like the way this feels, having your legs crossed, just bring one on top of the other, nice and stacked. See if you can take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lengthen through your spine and try to press that right shoulder down. If you're finding it challenging to keep both shoulders down, just bring your knees farther away from your chest, giving your body more room to twist. Still pulling in really tight. On your next inhale, gently coming back to center, unwinding the legs, cross over the left over the right, and then we'll drop the knees over to the right. Just like before, you don't have to have your legs crossed. Take a long, deep breath. Try to lengthen out through that spine. As you exhale, press your left shoulder down. Maybe you can look at your left hand. If you're ready for it, slowly come back to center, unwinding the legs. Give yourself a nice tight hug. Pull everything in, take a deep breath. As you exhale, release everything out. Maybe lengthening down through the legs. Palms facing up. We'll just take a quick Shavasana. So take a long, deep breath in. Exhale everything out through the mouth. And just let your breath settle back in. Bring your mind back to that intention. I am here, focusing right now on that intention, on your body and breath. when it feels good for you, you can start to bring movement back into your body. Reaching the arms up over the head, lengthen yourself really long. Take a full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, bend one knee at a time. Gently roll off onto one side. Begin to blink your eyes open. And slowly press yourself back up, finding any seated position that's comfortable for you. We'll roll the shoulders back, get really long and tall. Inhale, a deep breath, reaching the arms. Exhale the hands down to your heart, taking a moment to give gratitude to your body, to bring your mind back to that intention, I am here, and take that with you off of your mat into your day, just taking moments to find stillness. And thank you all so much for joining me. May the light within me reach out and touch the light within all of you. Please let me know if you liked this. Please let me know what you'd like to do in more classes, and please share with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.